What's up, everybody? Solomon here. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. I think that I may have found some very, very interesting connections between Visa and Hedera Hashgraph that may have not been presented previously, and I'm going to go over those right now. Now, Visa has very interesting patents that we're going to be talking about regarding a digital fiat currency, and more along the pike based on this information as well. And it's almost like, when there's smoke, there's fire. There's just too many coincidences, in my opinion. We do know that Hedera Hashgraph needs more governing council members, and it appears, in my opinion, that Visa may be one of the players that takes one of those seats on the governing board of Hedera Hashgraph, which would obviously be immense given the size and scale of Visa. Now, I wanted to first talk about this PricewaterhouseCoopers document that I stumbled across today. This is not brand new. Some of you may have seen this, but it presents a little bit of a backdrop as far as where this video is going to go. Now, PricewaterhouseCoopers, if you are not aware, is an absolute monster. One of the top four from an advisory firm stands in the entire world. I think KPMG, Deloitte probably fits under those four as well. Now, this talks about performance of digital assets. The interesting and kind of funny thing whenever I read through this, if you actually go through this document here, it talks about the authors of this document investing into Hedera Hashgraph. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. So yeah, note, some of the authors in this report have invested in Hedera tokens to maintain full objectivity. The review and sign-off of the content was completed with PricewaterhouseCoopers global blockchain leaders who do not have any Hedera Hashgraph-based investments. Now, you're going to see a rhetoric, and this rhetoric is across the board, not only from third-party institutions talking about Hashgraph, but from within Hedera Hashgraph themselves, which was certainly the white paper and everything else is certainly coming from Swirlds, which is the parent company to an extent. Now, we talk about performance here. The performance of any public network is important, particularly one that carries payments. For example, the Visa network, widely considered to be the largest payment network, is claimed to be capable of a throughput of 56,000 transactions per second. Now we can see performance right here. Bitcoin, Ethereum, NEM, EOS, IOTA, Hedera Hashgraph, Byteball, and Nano. So this is a little bit older, obviously, but this is an interesting document nonetheless. Now, I do want to get into the actual meat of this article here. Now, this is a newer document. This is a research article. We can see here hardware security modules. So reducing hardware security modules reliance in payments through proxy re-encryption. Let me go back a little bit. This is the same thing here, but it's kind of a summary of this. Credit and debit card payments are typically authenticated with PINs. Once entered into a terminal, the PIN is sent as an encrypted /ENF or PIN block across a payments network to a destination bank, which decrypts and verifies the PIN block. Each node in the payment network routes the PIN block, blah, 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 blah. Now, this talks about hardware security modules in here, right? This was published the 25th of January of this year, so not that long ago, about 7 or 8 months ago, right? Now, what I'm interested in is verbiage, and this is through proxy re-encryption. Now, I found this company here called Resilient Records. Key takeaways. Now, they're doing some very interesting stuff here, obviously, with Hyperledger. We know NewCipher is another digital asset out there, but I was more interested in finding things that referenced Hedera Hashgraph and proxy re-encryption. Now, this is one of those things. This is week 8 from this Resilient Records organization. Proxy re-encryption wrote Python and C++ script that works with Pyumbral. And principal foundations of Hedera Hashgraph. Now, these are the course goals, the project goals, and the course goals. So, moving back forward here, what's very, very interesting and kind of the bread and butter of this entire presentation here. This January 2021 document, this research essentially that is being taken place between some very, very interesting individuals about these hardware security modules, reliance in payments through proxy re-encryption. Now, first we have an individual at Visa. Now, next we have an individual at Google. We know that Google already sits on the Hedera governing board. Now we have Rohit Sinha, which is Swirlds, which is the parent company of Hedera Hashgraph. And then we have Gavin Watson, who is another Visa research individual. Very curious why an individual from Swirlds would be taking place in a conversation like this with two individuals from Visa and one from Google. This individual is on Twitter. I need to give him a follow, actually, because I just searched him out after the fact of this video. This is IACR ePrint Updates. Dude's only got 4 likes on this entire post. Reducing hardware security module reliance and payments through proxy re-encryption. You get it, right? This is the guy's LinkedIn. All right, so he doesn't necessarily just work at Swirlds, the parent company. This guy is actually the head of cryptography at Hedera Hashgraph, okay? Interestingly enough, previous to being the head of cryptography, which he just started in August of 2020, he was a staff research scientist at Visa. Research in areas of hardware-based security, distributed systems, and applied cryptography. Specifically, I am building novel systems for multi-party computation, utilizing blockchains and secure hardware, database encryption using distributed key management, etc. Moving forward here, they also mentioned Visa in Hedera Hashgraph's white paper, okay? Throughput. Again, we saw PricewaterhouseCoopers talking about throughput. Now we're seeing Hedera Hashgraph themselves talking about throughput. And not only that, but comparing themselves directly to Visa. The Hashgraph is fast. It is limited only by the bandwidth. If each network node has enough bandwidth to download and upload a given number of transactions per second, the network as a whole can handle close to that many transactions per second. Even a fast home internet connection could enable a Hashgraph node to be fast enough to handle transactions volume equal to that of the entire global Visa card network. Now, they reference Visa again. This is crazy interesting. Governance is permissioned in that governance decisions are made by the members of the Hedera Governing Council. The council establishes policy for council membership, sets the network rules, manages the platform's treasury of coins, and approves changes to the platform codebase. Our governance model is based on the original model utilized by National Bank Americard Incorporated, founded in 1968, which was later renamed Visa. We are designing our governance model in a way that ensures the governing members can be trusted to do what is in the best interest of the Hedera platform, and not to be unduly influenced by individual council members or node operators. Moving forward, digital fiat currency. 2020, we had a publication. This is from Visa International Service Association about digital fiat currency. We can directly see in here, in some embodiments, digital fiat currency is managed utilizing a blockchain. As described above, a blockchain is a type of distributed ledger store and validated by a plurality of distributed nodes, wherein information is encrypted and recorded in linked blocks. Alternatively, or additionally, the digital fiat currency may be managed using another type of distributed ledger technology such as a hash graph. We have a more recent one here. This is again, I have translated this, the application, the priority, and the assignment and application filing in 2019 this is by Visa International Services Association. Once again, digital fiat currency, the same things in here with Hashgraph. Interestingly enough, we can see that the inventors of this are Simon J. Waste and Alexander Pierre. Who is Alexander Pierre? He's a product analyst at Visa. Simon J. Waste, as we will find out in a second here, and his LinkedIn, by the way, is private, I think. Simon J. Waste is Simon Hurry. Simon Hurry is a senior director at Visa. Now, he is not just a senior director at this point in time. I'm not logging into my personal LinkedIn, so you can look up Simon Hurry on LinkedIn. He is a vice president now in this position. He's responsible for global contactless and contact chip card programs and leading Visa's chip rollout in the United States. So, the VP of chip rollout in the United States for Visa is the author, quote unquote, the inventor of the digital fiat system that Visa is trying to patent at this point in time. That mentions Hashgraph directly. This 2021 document that we see here between Google, 2 Visa individuals, and a previous Visa individual that now works at Hedera Hashgraph as head of cryptography. Very interesting stuff here. Simon has 20 years of experience in the payments industry with a specialized focus on smart card and contactless payments. You get the picture at this point in time. We've talked about Alexander Pierre. This is where I get this fact-based thing that Simon Hurry is actually this other individual here. So this is U.S. patent implication. And then last but not least, Hedera Hashgraph, interestingly enough, in January of 2021, there's a document out here, Project New Dawn, working with the Federal Reserve, working with MTech, and I believe this is Amazon as well. It's either Amazon or Google, I completely forget. Talking about a central bank digital currency, a digital cash infrastructure for all. I've presented about Project New Dawn in the past. You can check out previous videos based on that. Very interesting to me that we see 2021 document between Visa, Google, Swirlds. The dude used to work at Visa as well, and all of the Visa tie-ins. So I'm curious to see where this goes. Maybe there is, maybe there's going to be a fire where smoke exists. Maybe there isn't. So take everything with a grain of salt. But I thought all of this was very interesting, and I reached out actually to Hbarbarian, dude on Twitter who does just absolutely fantastic research on Hedera Hashgraph, and I asked him if he saw that document, and I don't believe that he saw that most recent one either. So we will see where this goes, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. I will talk to you when I talk to you later.